So we watched Traumatika.
And it was dramatic.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Fear Review. I'm William.
And I'm Amy.
And today we are going to talk about Traumatika. We will give you a short synopsis, a spoiler-free review, then have a spoiler section where we'll talk more about the movie. So if you want to skip that, you don't want to go in blind, you can do that, and then we'll let you know what we're going to do next week. So synopsis, I don't want to say too much about it because it's kind of one of those movies I think you need to like go into blind a little bit, but Traumatika is basically there's some child kidnappings going on, and it's kind of a possession, demonic kind of a movie. There's an artifact involved, and it's about this kind of demonic presence kind of being spread around like a virus a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to say too much.
I don't want to say too much.
So let's kick it over to you. What your initial thoughts?
The title was like whoever came up with the title, that was spot on. Like, yeah. It's all in the title.
Yeah.
I'll say the nice things. The acting was very well done. Whoever wrote this, directed this, filmed this, they know every single thing that will scare the heck out of somebody. The noises, what POV?
POV, yeah.
Yeah. The looking with a flashlight through the POV. The quick movements, noises, darkness, sores. Like, I mean, a checklist of every single thing that scares the heck out of me was in this movie.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for scaring the heck out of me the beginning of the movie or the first half of the movie.
There was a couple of times you jumped because of the movie, but then something set off our camera on the back porch, and your phone was next to you, so it vibrated, and you're like, like jumped when it went off. So it had you like on
edge.
Down edge.
Well, and I had that cookie I was trying to eat, but I was scared to eat it because I couldn't, like I couldn't move. I was just like watching and like I'm waiting till I can eat it. And then when I got to a point where I was like, oh, I think it's safe to eat it. Then it got so scary again. I was like, I'm going to choke on the crumbs. Yeah. Like, I'm going to inhale and like.
I think you even said, I can't even eat my dang cookie.
I did.
Oh, and there's also, we have the new Chucky from, was it Home Depot? Or
yes.
From Home Depot. It's like, well, you can't say, like, yay high.
Not yay high. He's like 3 or 4 feet.
3 foot tall, and he's in our living room because we're decorated.
In the corner, kind of in like a shadow.
And you had said it was like, the dang Chucky's staring at me from the dark. It's freaking me out.
He was. We ended up having to move to the bedroom to finish this movie.
Yeah. So, okay, sorry. So I wanted to give a little context to how much the first half of this movie scared you.
It did. And I can't get into anything else until we get into the spoiler section. First half, extremely scary. I don't even know if it was half or if it was 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I have no idea of time because I was so terrified. But then it's too traumatic for me. And then after that, it was kind of like slasher, still kind of scary, but like I couldn't get over what I had seen. So that's why for me, it's a don't bother. For my type of horror watching, it's too much. Thank you.
I completely get why you're saying that too. Like for like a casual, this is not, I don't think a horror movie for the casual horror fan. Like you're right in that it kind of felt like two different movies in a way because it has stuff that's kind of set in the past and then it jumps to what's happening now. And they feel like two different movies, not in a bad way. It's just that's kind of how it feels. And the first half is it checks all the boxes. Like it's got all that kind of creepy, like scary stuff in it, like a demon, and Rebecca Kennedy, who plays kind of the possessed woman, like does a great job.
The one with the sword?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was
She's
creepy.
like crawling around, and like she's crawling on the ceiling, and just like the shaky kind of stuff that, we've talked about in other
And the
episodes.
voice.
And the voice. Yeah. Like it was really, really good. She did a really, really good job. A.J. Bowen is in it as well, who I've always been a fan of since The Signal, which is a little, I don't say it a little indie, but it's one that an older movie that was a smaller one, but it's just really good.
I
And
like
yeah, and I think you've seen it.
And who was he in the movie?
Oh, he was the cop.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I don't know names. Oh, okay. Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job. And we were joking about it. There is a scene, I think it's in the trailer, where he's sitting on the ground and it's kind of a little bit of a jump scare, and he gets like pulled down into the basement, and he's sitting there like that, and then he just pulled down, and I was like, man, he got Bugatti. like it's just the way it happens.
I laughed so hard when you said that because I know exactly what you're talking about.
But all that being said, yeah, the movie starts off saying like a line about childhood trauma, like I think like the 5 different types of childhood trauma. And obviously some of them are like really bad. And as soon as they did that, I was like, oh man, they're gonna do all of these, and they do. And so there's some hard like stuff in there, like to watch. Luckily, they don't. It's not gratuitous in a way, like or anything like that. But it's like you just.
I don't know. I know they didn't show the first one, the first trauma thing.
Yeah.
Because I kind of watched that one, but it was still traumatizing, and I still was making me like I'm getting nauseous. But the second one that I know we can't talk about yet, I didn't watch that one at all.
Yeah.
Because I was too afraid of what I might see. So I don't know how much they showed of that.
Yeah.
But
it was enough to be effective. It was enough, but it immediately made me kind of think of, not that they're similar in any way, it's just the same kind of feeling, was Bring Her Back. And because it's like, it's got heaviness to it. It's well done. But it's one of those ones that you just feel weird saying it's a good movie, because that comes with the connotation of like,
that you enjoy watching those things?
Yeah, enjoyment and stuff like that. But it is an effective, good, scary movie, like horror. And I'm sorry, I'll say horror, because it is horrific. It's not just scary, it's horrific. But
there's a difference between saying, oh, I really enjoy this, like a comedy or something like that, versus you appreciate the horror of it and you enjoyed the horror part of it, but do say, that recognize the horrific things that happen that unfortunately happen in the real world.
Yeah. And
for someone like me, I like fantasy, unless I know I'm watching a real story or drama and I'm prepared and I'm like, okay, I know, and I know horrible things happen in horror movies, but they're still fantasy kind of horror, somebody getting slashed, and I know that happens in real life to people, but not in the way it does in horror movies. But this, even though, this stuff is too much for me though.
Yeah. No, completely. And that's the whole dynamic here too, right? Is you're giving hey, I like horror movies as a casual fan, and
this is too much.
This is not a casual.
I'm not going to get teary-eyed about it. Which I'm pretty sure I said don't watch Bring Her Back. I think I said don't bother.
I can't remember which one you said on that. That feels...
I think I did, because I think I was like, it scared the heck out of me, which it did, but it's too disturbing. This one's more disturbing than Bring Her Back.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was heavy. This one's disturbing.
And heavy.
Yeah, and heavy. Well, I mean, to me, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I immediately, again, I know I say this all the time, but last night was, I need a full British Bake Off.
You did.
Because I was pretty tired because we stayed up later to watch it, and I know it's a school night, but I was like, I have to watch something else.
Yeah. So for me, I'll give it as like a horror fan, I'll give it a full price. And like the quality, I think is enough to probably be a buyer, but for me, like the rewatchability, it's just one of those ones. Not to say I would never watch it again, but it's gonna be a while because it affects you.
I could watch the first like 20 minutes and be scared out of my, I don't know how to say that in a nice
Mind.
way. Thank you. You know, and then stop and be like, okay, whew, got my adrenaline going.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sorry. It's a don't bother.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with full price.
But scared the heck out of me. So
Yeah.
if that tells anybody anything.
Yeah. So we'll get into some spoilers now. So if you don't want to know anything about the movie, skip ahead and you can see what we're going to do next week. So,
I mean, did we just get into did we just say the horrible things that happened to these people that makes it too hard for me to watch it?
yeah, I guess. So there's a sexual assault.
Yes.
And there is so the young woman gets pregnant
By the demon.
by the demon and she uses a clothes hanger.
Yep, that's all that needs to be
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. And those two things are in quick succession.
I didn't see the clothes hanger one because as soon as I saw a clothes hanger, I was like, I'm out. And I just was like, I cannot watch. I don't even want to have that visual. Even if they don't show it, I don't want that visual in my head.
Yeah. It's not too graphic. It's not, they show enough so you 1000% like she's doing what she's doing. But yeah. Like I said, those two things happen like back to back, so it hits hard.
Because that's like, I know it's a different movie, The Exorcist. I don't know if it was in the original or when they re-released it with like some extra footage, and we went and saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
But when she takes the crucifix and does what she does with that, I can't watch that movie again.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that in the first time, or was that an extra added scene when they
No, or you may have been young enough that you didn't catch that when it first came out. Like
I might have just thought she was stabbing herself.
Yeah,
like in
I
the
think
stomach.
that's what I thought. I don't think
Kind of like a
caught
Dirty
that.
Dancing moment. I
Yeah.
thought she had like just a stomach ache.
Yeah,
I loved that movie as a kid. Sorry, I know I'm going off on a tangent, and I'm not trying to make light of a dark situation, but so
there's that you bring an odd parallel from Traumatika to Dirty Dancing, but it's there
because it does happen in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
You know, but anyway, you don't know until you're an adult what it was, and
Yeah.
so anyway, but so those two scenes, I was like, I mean, I finished the movie, but it was tough because then you're just like, oh gosh, this is awful. Everything that's happening to this poor girl.
and kids and I think that's part of the not part of the problem. That's what makes it hard to watch too, or makes it more horrific. Is not only is it happening to this young adult woman.
Well, those two things happen to the same poor girl.
Yeah, but there's also other kids involved with that too. So that just brings another element of.
They didn't show that too much though.
Yeah, we talked about it feeling like two different movies, and that's because the first half is what happened 20 years, close to 20 years ago.
Well, it was
like that.
1910. I think it was 1910. They show you in Egypt finding this
That's
artifact.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
With, but you don't really know what happened there. Just that.
There's some quick
some
flashes
kind of demon
and-
thing.
yeah.
And then they fast forward to almost 100. It's like 2003, I think. To this dad getting this artifact and his partner telling him, like a business partner telling him, do not open it. I'm reading stuff online and, there's an evil inside it. Do not open this artifact. It comes after children. Is your daughter's there? Please tell me your daughters aren't at the house. Do not open it.
It affects children.
It comes after the children and things. And then, of course, the dad opens it. And I'm like, why?
It looked like it was kind of like.
Oh, you're right.
Like-
Kind of talking to him.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
say seducing him too,
open
but
me.
yeah, that kind of thing.
But before you see that 2003, like what's happening, it's like it shows to me the scary part. It's the haunted possession with the lady and the boy.
You're in this. It's like a haunted house. It's this creepy house that's got black all over the walls, and
to me it looked kind of gooey. So but then you find out it's a house that had burned down, or so that's why the walls are all black.
But it's this kid being chased around by the woman, like,
that you
and
think's
she's
like
possessed,
and
like
she's got
sores all over her face, and
so that was, and then the house being creepy and kind of dirty looking, that got me.
Yeah. Oh, you said, oh, come on, please do not show me a toilet or a bathtub. And it was like, ding, this big, nasty, bloody bathtub.
Full of blood. And I was like, you've got to be, I mean, this person had my number. Like, they were like, what is every single thing in a movie that terrifies Amy? And there was a spider.
Yep.
There was a spider for whoever made this film. Because I turned and went, why is there a spider on the screen? Like,
like the production company.
Yeah, you were like, that's the production company. I was like, dang. But then there's a spider in the movie, like in its web. Then I was like, I had to look away for that. The bloody bathtub. But so that part's all, terrifying. That's the
big scary part of the movie, and
that beginning, because you don't know what happened to the girl who's you think is the mom of this kid. This is the way it seems at that moment. Then you find out that the kid's been missing for a year.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, whoa, she's not the mom. He's been missing for a year. Creepy crawling on the floor. Oh, and the voice, and the kid's hiding, and you're seeing from the kid's point of view, like with the door cracked. I'm terrified the whole time. I mean, I felt like I was sweating.
They did a lot of the POV from the kid's perspective, which I didn't realize they had that in the trailer, but they do it quite a bit, and it works.
It's effective.
Yeah, you said it, not me. I keep saying that word.
You say effective?
Yes.
Oh. I think you say gratuitous.
Gratuitous.
A lot. I never use that word.
But so that's what I say. There's like kind of two halves. Is like there's that. Then they give you a little bit. They go back like a
year from that, so you find out
how the kid got there, where she came from there, how she got there.
And that's the part that's the section that I'm like,
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, maybe if you could just, I mean, I know you maybe needed a bit for the story, but it's like fast forward through that.
Yeah. And then it jumps ahead to
20 years to 2023.
Yeah, and it's some of the part of that family, like, and kind of, but why I say it feels like two different movies is then it's still dealing with that demonic presence and stuff like that, but it's kind of a little bit more like a slasher.
Yeah.
A little bit. So it's not that same creepy haunted house possession vibe. It's more
you're
slasher.
Out in the real world, and
yeah, but it's still got like
in a nice house that isn't dilapidated and dirty looking.
But it's still got those like scary parts, like or creepy parts of him, like hiding behind some stuff.
And that part's fine too. It's just I hadn't recovered from that one section of the things we've already talked about.
Yeah.
But other than that, terrifying.
Overall, and I think the story was pretty good overall. There's a couple of things that were a little, I don't know if it like they had to edit it down or something like that, but there was like two scenes that just felt like an abrupt kind of like cut. And it was like when she finds out she's pregnant, it feels like it's the next day. And
yeah,
like she has a pregnancy test, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, because I looked at you and I thought it was the next day, and I was like, she wouldn't know the next morning.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, maybe the demon knows or something like that.
Yeah, because the demon kind of talks to her.
Yeah.
In a way. Or you and I talked about it and said maybe because it is like a demon that it grew super fast.
Yeah.
So you know in a day.
Yeah, but that was a little confusing. Not that it ruined it, but... And then there's a scene when Mikey, who's like kind of like the slasher, we're saying, shows up at this lady's door and kind of scares her and like slowly stands up, and she's all scared. And then it just cuts to her getting a gun, and he's just sitting down at the kitchen table. Yeah.
So it's like, did she let him in? And then was getting the gun just in case, or did she go in and he, did she run in to grab the gun for, safety? And when she came back out, he was casually sitting at her desk.
Yeah. It felt weird. Like, not that it ruined it. It made you kind of have to like make some mental
Be like,
jumps to
"Oh,
get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, though, the story is really really good. I thought it was good. Again, acting's great. It's filmed well.
It's filmed really well.
Yeah.
Because the police officer, it's from his point of view also with just a flashlight, and those scare me so bad because I'm like, I'm doing this, like, look around the...
Yeah, you're trying to look
I'm
around
trying
the
to look
corner.
around the corner and I can't. Or I'm like trying to move the flashlight.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like that virtual reality that I wore the headpiece while you played it.
PlayStation VR, we were playing Resident Evil. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you kept...
Because I was controlling where you looked.
Yeah, and I was like, you kept looking away, and I'm like, you have to look forward. I can't do anything. I can't see what we're supposed to be doing.
But
so I had
did.
to just take it over so then control where it was.
So then I could look away still, but then look when I chose to.
Yeah.
That's what this movie feels like, is like when I did that.
Yeah. Final thoughts. For me, like I said, it's hard to say it's good or what, but it's for a horror fan, it's a full price, I think.
Yeah, for me, it's a don't bother.
Yeah.
Even though it scared the heck out of me because I just don't want to see that stuff.
Yeah. There's some stuff that's just hard stuff to get past.
Yeah.
So for next week, I think we're doing Black Phone 2.
Yes.
The Grabber returns.
The Grabber returns. Hopefully this time the popcorn bucket doesn't make me scream and embarrass myself.
That's it. We did mention that on one of the episodes. Yeah.
Yep.
Which neither of us were a huge fan of that one, but this one looks better to me.
Well, the previews look real scary in this one to me. So I feel like I'm going to get genuinely scared from the movie versus my food. And the theater looks more crowded last time I checked because I'd already got us tickets. So I think there will be an actual human sitting next to me, not my popcorn bucket.
So not have to worry. You don't have to worry about Orville Redenbacher coming after you. Well, thanks for joining us, and tune in next week when we review The Black Phone 2.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.